the Pink Pearl, and congratulations of Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. I just want to say a quick shout out to all the women out there, especially all the black women out there. This is a big step in the right direction for all of us. As I play the song, right? But definitely step in the right direction. We have had definitely in America a lot of missteps, and we're going to be talking about that today with some of the movies that we have. But other than that, congratulations to the 46th president, Mr. Joe Biden. He won. He was officially inaugurated today. And then, of course, we had the fly first lady of about 4 years ago, Miss Michelle Obama. We also had the fly Kamala Harris. Y'all seen the hashtag today, Pearls and Chucks. So I'm not mad at it at all. Represent. I'm glad we're getting representation all over America. So let's go ahead and move forward with this movie news. It's your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee, and we are back here to discuss a few things as far as how the movie companies are moving forward, and also how these movies may be doing something a little bit different than what we're used to. So, first things first, we got Paramount that's actually going to be launching their own streaming service as well, which is actually, in my eyes, this is a good thing. If movie studios have their own streaming services, that means we have a lot less of pushback when it comes to the movies coming out, especially with the pandemic. Unfortunately, we've just reached about 400,000 deaths due to COVID right now, and I know a lot of people are not going to be coming out the house immediately, even when everything kicks off. But I will say this: if we do have, appreciate that, Greg, appreciate that, bro. But the good news is we do have HBO Max, which is Warner Brothers. So everything Warner Brothers, even if they are incongruent with other things like Legendary, who produced or actually helped pay for 75% of Kong versus Godzilla. It looks like they have that settled, which is a good thing. But we want to keep everybody happy at this point, because we wanted, as consumers, we want to have our movies at this point. I mean, everything has been pushed back from 2020, and now we're in 2021 and we still haven't gotten some of the movies that we've had. So right now, I'm glad that HBO, actually Warner Brothers, made the executive decision to go ahead and launch everything on HBO Max, even if it's the same time as in the movie theaters. What's up, Marcus? What's up, Valencia? Appreciate you coming through. Make sure y'all share the video. I appreciate it. The drink of today is the Pink Pearl. Congratulations, Miss Kamala Harris. This is for her. This actually took a long time to make. But anyway, going back to where we were at, we did, like I said, we definitely are happy that these studios are getting their own streaming services. Appreciate that, Marks. And so I with Warner Brothers, and then we got Marvel, of course, doing a lot with the Disney streaming service. And the cool thing about that is they're gonna, like I said in the last show, they're gonna actually do a lot more main event things in these shows, and I'm excited about it. I'm definitely excited about it. I'm trying to. I got you. I'm trying to get there. I just need everybody that shares, let people know to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drink more coffee, and that way I can definitely start making money off of this thing. I do get donations, so I appreciate everybody that does give me donations. That's what enables me to make the drinks. That's what enables me to, get things like the ring light and stuff like that. I get donations, so I appreciate everybody out there that helps out. But yeah, that's the goal, Valencia, to go ahead and start getting money from YouTube and other channels, trying to get it that way. So appreciate the shout out. So guys, we got a lot to talk about today. Man, I don't even know where to start. But I think I will start with Anthony Mackie's new movie Outside the Wire. It had the gentleman from Snowfall in it. Maybe y'all have heard of it. It's on FX. This little small series called Snowfall. I'm just kidding. It's actually a pretty good series. But the gentleman from there is actually starring alongside Anthony Mackie in this sci-fi war thriller. It's called Outside the Wire. I absolutely enjoyed it. I know I was looking at some of the critic scores on it and stuff like that, and I was seeing like it was getting like maybe a 6 or something like that. Now I wouldn't put it up there with the Old Guard because I rate the Old Guard like an 8.5 or so, but I would say it was at least a 7. I love the acting from Anthony Mackie. I love the fact. I love the action from him as well. I even like the character art of the gentleman from Snowfall, and forgive me, his name slips my mind as of right now. But man, I liked his arc where they had him as basically a drone flyer, and he was just all about the numbers. He wasn't really worried about any casualties or anything like that. But by the end of the movie, you see him progress towards, because he's starting to be in the thick of everything. And Anthony Mackie's character, Leo, actually picks Harp because he's so systematic, because he has no emotion, and he actually picks him, and he actually uses that aspect of his, that aspect of everything to kind of manipulate him into allowing him to kind of take over everything. Right. right. But yeah, man. But I love his character arc. I love Leo. Leo was awesome. Anthony Mackie's character Leo was absolutely awesome. He was a beast. He definitely has progressed from his acting, and stuff like She Hate Me and stuff like that. He's kind of butting into this action star, and I really hope that they allow him to show his physical prowess in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I hope they don't let the Winter Soldier kind of outshine him as far as physical attributes and doing different stunts and stuff, because he was absolutely awesome in this Outside the Wire. That being stated, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming up this year, so you guys look forward to Anthony Mackie there. I'm going to support him in whatever he plays in. He's been doing good. Altered Carbon, I watched that. There is another sci-fi movie that actually somebody slid in my inbox. I'm going to check that out, and they said that just came out not too long ago. So I'm going to check that out and let you guys know what I think about that as well. Speaking of, what's up, Rosby? Disney Plus shows. Man, WandaVision finally came out, and it was everything I hoped it'd be from what I saw in the previews. 1 second. Take a sip of this Pink Pearl. So, WandaVision. So, it's definitely giving me Bewitched / Pleasantville / I Dream of Jeannie vibes. I love the black and white kind of aspect of it. Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute, Jahari. And that's one big question I have as well. We're going to get that right there, because I promise you we're going to get there. But let me kind of go through the run through of what the show has shown me so far, okay? So we got Miss Olsen playing Wanda, and then we got Paul Bettany playing Vision and reprising their roles from the movies. And it's like it looks like they're in a dream state. Like I said, like just kind of like Pleasantville. If you've never seen Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire, it's actually a pretty decent movie where they're sucked into the old school type things. They even got the mom from that 70s show to play in this, and I absolutely love her personality. She's like the boss's wife or whatnot, and she's still gets the humor down without any issues. That being stated, so Wanda and Vision, it looks like they're not exactly sure how they got to where they are, because the last time we seen Vision, Thanos took the stone out of his head. He basically killed him. He died twice in in 2 seconds. And Wanda, of course, hurt by this. She was kind of by herself, kind of basically doing an end scene with Hawkeye, who definitely understood where she coming from, because he just lost, his best friend at the in Endgame. So he definitely understands what Wanda's going through. And also, let's not forget, Hawkeye's the one who gave her the courage to go ahead and fight in Age of Ultron. So cool thing, cool callbacks and things of that nature. But you start to see, what's up, Kevin? What's up, classmate? You start to see kind of glitches in this whole little storyline they got going on there. That they're pretending that they're they just moved there. They're just kind of hiding out in the neighborhood, but they don't know how they got there. They don't really know their anniversary, and it seems like there are certain parts of the show / movie that Wanda, I feel like, has created in one way or another, and we'll get to that in a minute, where she starts speaking directly to Vision in a serious tone. Like when the boss started choking, she's like, help him. And it seems like she kind of got out of her daze, and Vision actually uses his powers and reaches in his throat and gets out whatever's choking him. So it's certain things like that. And then the neighbor keeps coming in. I think she actually has a little bit to do with it. I've seen some of the previews, and I see her actually in color, and I think she has a little bit to do with it. They did actually introduce Monica Rambeau's character, and I'm actually pretty excited about that. Those of you who read comics, y'all know who Monica Rambeau is. She's the original Captain Marvel, but Spectrum in the comics. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Also, the implications of Sword being actually involved in this. I don't know if anybody caught it, but there was a little toy in the bushes, and it was colored. Even when everything was still in black and white, and it had a sword symbol on it. So you guys let me know in the comments what y'all think about Sword and Monica Rambeau being kind of included in all of this. I'm very curious to see how they're going to actually implement everything on that. As far as my cousin's question, who is tormenting Wanda? That is a great question at this point, because as my favorite brother Jensen so poignantly pointed out, man, Wanda's one of the strongest, and she did leave it in the bushes. She absolutely did. But Wanda is one of the strongest Avengers, if not, to be outside of Captain Marvel, she's probably the strongest Avenger at this point as far as powers go and manipulation of magic and whatnot. Outside of Captain Marvel and maybe Doctor Strange, man, she's, like I said, like my friend brother Jensen said, she had Thanos kind of shook when she came out, and I'm curious to see who could be powerful enough or who could be manipulative enough to actually put Wanda under this kind of, I don't know, dreamlike state, man. That's a really good question. I've seen several theories out there. It could be an agency. It could be Sword. It could be Shield. We got Hydra, who did actually technically make her. They could have maybe the key to maybe kind of bringing her down. One theory that's kind of far out there, but I would love to see though. I seen a theory that said it could be Mephisto, which I would love to see Mephisto introduced in this, because WandaVision is supposed to connect to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. If that's the case, Mephisto would be an awesome villain to actually kick everything off as far as this new phase of Marvel movies and stuff goes. He's a very, very powerful, he's basically the devil for the Marvel universe. He had a little bit more to do. I keep seeing that it's, it may be Mephisto, and it would be kind of cool if it was Mephisto, because I don't know if you all know, but he's a pretty big villain, and he is actually the one who had a lot to do with Peter Parker and Mary Jane, their marriage being erased for the life of Aunt May. And all of those kind of connect. All of those do kind of connect. Maybe I'm reaching, but all of those do kind of connect. Why do you think it's Sword? It may be Sword. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to put out there, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm trying to put out there my ideas. I know it's a reach, but I really would like it to be Mephisto, to be quite honest. If I had to put my money on anything. Also, right, Wanda is hard to control. I mean, that's part of her problem. She's hard to control. But man, like I said, I don't know outside of like I said, why, like you said, Sword as a joint effort, and Mephisto. I don't know who else would be strong enough to do something like that to Wanda, or keep her in like maybe a dream state. In any case, at the end of the second episode, everything went in color, all Pleasantville style. And like I said, it's got me hooked. And you hear this voice over the radio saying, "Who's doing this to you, Wanda?" And that's what we're all wondering at this point. Power scale, is she on the level of Dark Phoenix? Man, at her strongest, Wanda in comics, some of her feats, in my eyes, could be more powerful than Dark Phoenix. I mean, she is the reason why all the mutants went away. With a word, she basically wiped 90% of mutants' powers out of the atmosphere. She created her own little universe with Vision, and that's what they're kind of playing off of, that whole House of M half, where she kind of cracked a little bit, and she created her own reality where her and Vision had kids and stuff like that. So they're kind of drawing off that storyline, Marcus. But as far as power scaling goes, movie wise, I think they're probably tit for tat. But as far as comic book wise, Wanda and this chaos magic is kind of hard to power scale what she can and can't do, because it seems like she's on like a Franklin Richards level where she can just manipulate anything. That's fair, cuz she could be doing it herself, and maybe someone is trying to get her out of the dream state. I'm loving all of these theories. I really am. I'm loving all these theories. Guys, did you all catch that they did have a Stark commercial, like dead in the middle of the show? And then in another episode, they had like a Von Strucker commercial, which Strucker is the one who helped experiment on them. And of course, y'all know Tony Stark's part in, you know, her and her brother not liking Tony Stark. But I really enjoyed it. Disney did drop right before WandaVision came out. They dropped this little mini series called Legends, and it does have Wanda and Vision on there. I think I might do my own version of Legends. I see where they were going, but I really didn't like. I think they could have done more with it, with the production value that they do have. They kind of showed you where they each character was introduced, and pretty much the end of where they are up until now. It was okay. I guess I was just upset because WandaVision hadn't launched yet. I'll give it another watch and give it another chance, but I might do my own version of that. But yeah, cause so we got a couple of theories already calling out to her, but that's fair, Wyatt. That's fair. Yeah. So I got two people here that seems to think that it's Wanda herself. She's actually controlling everything. She's actually controlling everything to set up for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which would make sense leading into that. Basically, she's helping open up the different multiverses and things of that nature. I could see that. I could definitely see that. So yeah, we got that. We got the Mephisto theory. Like I said, that's reaching, but hey, that's my hope. And then we got Sword, so that could be helping or hurting her at this point. So yeah, I'm loving these theories, guys. I absolutely love it. So moving on from WandaVision, guys, we will definitely discuss it in the comments, and also if you check out the channel, we can also discuss it on my channel, on my YouTube channel. So moving on from there, we got let's see here. Which one? I mean, being that she is the only one who can actually destroy it. I don't disagree with that, Rosby, at all. That was a long, thing, but yeah, I don't disagree with her power levels. It seems like I said, if you guys have ever read any comics with her or Franklin Richards or anybody that has reality manipulating powers, they're dang near untouchable until the writers see the need to actually have them be touched. So I'm like I said, I can't wait till the third episode. We're definitely gonna discuss it next Wednesday, and we'll break it down and get all the Easter eggs out of it and everything like that. Moving forward, guys, which one are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna talk about One Night in Miami first, or are we gonna talk about American Skin? What y'all think? Let's see. Because I have definitely seen both, and out of the two, I got to be honest with you guys. I did right, Marcus. Once that plot armor wear off, that's always the thing, man. That's always the thing you got to watch out for. Writers write characters so powerful, then they have to backtrack on what they can do, and sometimes you gotta cap it off somewhere, man. You just gotta cap it off. We see this with characters such as the Flash. We see this with characters such as the Hulk, Wanda, Dark Phoenix. All of these characters that are so powerful. And Vulcan, one of my favorite characters. If you don't know him, he's the brother of Scott Summers, who is Cyclops. But a lot of these characters, they write them so powerful, and then they have to backtrack some kind of way, time manipulation, something like that, in order to kind of bring them down to where they are, they can have a threat, or they're no longer like, I don't know, galactic threats. But anyway, moving forward, I think we're gonna go ahead and talk about One Night in Miami first. One Night in Miami was actually a really good movie, produced by Regina King. I absolutely love, the direction that she takes different movies, especially here lately. If y'all don't know who she is, of course, she played in Friday. She was over the Boondocks. What's up, Bree? What's up, Bree? Now I can't get that song out of my head. Okay, thanks. Thanks for that. But One Night in Miami, it showed 4 prominent black men during the civil rights movement, and it basically put in discussion of what each of their responsibility should be and what are they doing with their responsibility. And I really like this. It did correctly also what American Son did correctly, which was actually being able to you good, Max? You good? We talking about One Night in Miami right now. But it put these guys in a room, which it did well, just like American Son. One room, they barely left this room, but it set up where Muhammad Ali had just become a champion, his first time winning the championship. He's only 22. Malcolm X is actually, at this point he has butted heads with the Nation of Islam, and he's thinking about actually splitting and making his own thing. You have Sam Cooke in a crux of his career where he is very popular, but he needs to find a direction at this point, which his friends are helping. And we got Jim Brown, who at this point is the played by Aldous Hodge, my man. He actually is at a point in his career where he's basically the best football player on earth at this point. And you got all these guys that are talented in different ways, and they are very outspoken. Muhammad Ali actually, lets them know, how or why he is so talkative during his interviews and things of that nature. But we have all these guys that basically a crossroads in their careers or in their lives, in one way or another, and they are basically showing each other, hey, this is what responsibility you have as a black man at this time, as a prominent black man at this time. All of these guys are at the top of their game at this point, or if they talk, people listen, period. And Malcolm X was trying to get everyone to actually see that, hey guys, man, look, we are here. And they did, Bree. I don't disagree with you at all. They did play their parts great. I seen somebody who said not too long ago, and I do apologize if I forgot who it was, but they was like, "Oh," and we're like, "I'll pass on this movie because this is the worst acting for Muhammad Ali that I've ever seen." And I'm like, this guy did pretty decent in this movie. I haven't seen him in anything else, so forgive me. But I haven't seen him in much else. I think he's in a few shows. What's up, Jay? But I will say this: his mannerisms, he had him down packed. He did really well in my eyes as far as being Muhammad Ali. Sam Cooke's character, great. Otis Hodge plays Jim Brown. I mean, he's kind of stoic, but I definitely love the way, you know, I like him in anything, man. He was in Underground, Invisible Man. I like him in anything anyway. And then we had the Malcolm X character who was... and then we had the Malcolm X character who definitely showed his prominence. He made himself be felt in that room full of... Oh yeah, right, Max. You was right under there, because I was like, I'm listening on what other depiction that you've seen. I mean, you were comparing, but anyway, you feel me, Max. You was on that thread, but yeah, man. I like I said, I really love the directing. I love the acting. I love this movie all the way around, and I will definitely give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie, and you guys know normally I don't give much more than a 7 outside of a few movies. But I definitely watched it more than once, and I absolutely loved it. I recommend everyone that is of color or a minority, period. I would suggest you all take this movie and watch it at least twice. Not only is it relevant then, it's relevant now as far as our responsibility on what we should do moving forward, because our country, let's be honest, it's moving forward as things like today have happened. We have the introduction of the first black woman vice president. I mean, we're taking movements in the right direction, but at the end of the day, right, wonderful timing, Bree. But at the end of the day, we got to take responsibility for what we can do and basically with what power we do have. So I like I said before, I love the movie. Please check it out. Moving on from there, if you guys got anything else to ask me or how to watch it or anything like that, please direct message me or reply on the channel, because this live will be on my channel. I put all the episodes on my channel, Drink More Coffee. So you guys, please subscribe if you already haven't. Catch up on any movies or reviews that y'all missed, and also any drinks that y'all missed anyway. Speaking of the drink, I did make the pink pearl for the night. Hope y'all enjoy that look. But yeah, moving forward, guys. My last movie of the night is American Skin, and I gotta be honest with you guys. American Skin is the movie itself is okay. If I take out all of the emotion that I felt throughout the movie and then just looked at it objectively, it's an okay movie. We had the gentleman from Freedom Writers, Nate Parker. The Great Debaters. I'm sorry, I said Freedom Writers. The Great Debaters. He was in this movie. He actually wrote and starred in it. He plays a veteran who is trying to cope with the loss of his son. His son unfortunately died due to a police shooting. And it's not based on a true story. I believe it's based on a stage play, if I'm not mistaken, but it's not based on a true story. However, no, it's not on Netflix, hon. Inbox me and I'll show you how to watch it, but it's not on Netflix. I have not seen it on Netflix. I will say this. He was trying to cope with the loss of his son, and the officer that actually shot him was not indicted. And so what ended up happening was, they basically pointed out a lot of the flaws of what happens. People started to riot, right? People started to riot after they found out he wasn't indicted. And the chief of the police, who was a black man, he came through and he, asked the young man's mother, hey, can you make a statement on TV that we want peace, we don't want to do all this looting and things of that nature, which is fair. We don't want the looting and things of that nature. But they also made another good point that when a people are wronged, it seems like the only people that have to quote unquote, say peace and this, that, and the other are black people. I mean, we just had the riots last week. We just had everything that happened in DC last week, and I didn't see a lot of people on the internet saying that I had seen that said, during the summer, hey, we don't need to riot, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And those same people, I didn't see on the internet saying anything positive, as a matter of fact. So they made that great point in this movie. But also moving forward in the movie, what ends up happening is Nate Parker's character actually goes through, and him and some of his veteran buddies, they get heavy machinery, and we have Jordan, right? Absolute silence, Max. So they have Jordan, who's actually trying to do a documentary on what's going on here, and they take Jordan, one of the main characters of the story, and they actually break into the police precinct with automatic weapons, and they basically take the precinct hostage. And what they do is they don't harm anyone, but what they do is they take the people that are in there. They pick 12 jurors, whether they are people that were in there, clerks, people that have gotten speeding tickets, and then some of the prisoners, they put them as the jury. And then, right. And then they actually they find the officer and they try him. Now, the cool thing about this trial is it was open forum, and I absolutely love that part of the movie. It was absolutely open forum. It wasn't like how the court system works, where everybody kind of had to sit back. They did present the evidence, all the facts. They questioned the person on trial. They did it pretty fairly, if you really want to know my opinion. And then the other thing about it is they had an open forum between. They told the officer, there was one white officer that was actually speaking up and saying, you guys don't understand what it's like to be an officer. And he said he's afraid to say the wrong thing because of being looked at as a racist. And he stops. And Nate Parker's his character basically looks at them and says, no, speak your piece. Say what you need to say right now. You need to get it off your chest, because we all need to understand what's going on. Why are black people, being killed by cops, this, that, and the other? And they brought up the whole black on black crime. The rebuttal was white on white crime, Chinese on Chinese crime. That was the rebuttal, which was a good open forum conversation. Please watch the movie. It's actually really good on this part. And then we have the cop who actually says, one thing that he does say that stuck out to me, the cop that was defending himself, is he kept saying, this is what we were trained to do. Every time he asked him, well, why did you not put your gun up? Why did you go home afterwards? Or, why did you handle it this way? And his answer was consistently, this is what we were trained to do. This is how we're trained to do. Even as a young man, I couldn't have been no more than 14 or 15. I learned that cops are taught to shoot center mass. And I'm like, if you're meant to serve and protect, why 3-shot center mass? That's almost imminent death. But in any case, that's just my opinion. Maybe it's just, the training is different. I know for a fact that all cops aren't bad. I know for a fact that all cops are not racist. However, that being stated, the position of power that they're in, they cannot have the number of things keep happening. That's my honest opinion. You just can't. So the movie moves forward. You have a lot of conversation between with women and their place in society, with black people and their place in society, with Latinos and their place in society in America. It wasn't just about his son dying. It opened up discussion about all of this and how minorities overall are treated, and I absolutely love that part of the movie. I also love Jordan's speech at the end while they were kind of deliberating whether to vote him innocent or guilty. Now, I will not spoil the end of the movie because I know it was a lot of people who requested that I didn't talk about this today because they haven't seen it yet. If I get enough people, I will go over it in depth next week, and we'll discuss the ending and what happened, whether he was found guilty or not guilty. But yeah, we'll go over that next week. But as far as this week goes, I do want to say, guys, please check out the movie. I seen that Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a 27%. It does not deserve a 27%. Now, I will say this: the documentary shooting of it, I didn't absolutely enjoy, but the conversations that it opened up and the arcs that it showed, the cops go through, the information that they're receiving, and also not only that, the emotion that the cops put into how they feel during these situations. I don't think a lot, because it's happening to us or it's happening to someone of color. We don't really look at how they feel. And the thing about it is, I think it opened up a great conversation about how cops feel every day, on how they want to go home, on how different things happen when, they do a simple pullover and their partner gets shot, things of that nature. I mean, I know it was kind of written off as a small part, but I mean, even in Rush Hour, of course, Chris Tucker's character, his dad died, pulled over somebody. He didn't want to get the ticket. He shot him. So it's not like it's not a danger for them. However, that being stated, there has to be better methods. And one thing that I have not seen publicized, or thing that I have not seen in the news, even doing some type of research, I kind of want to ask some of my law enforcement friends, frat brothers, and sorority sisters, is there something in place to correct these mistakes? Because I know, I'll take y'all back, 2007, there was a huge fight at this club called Curtis. And the thing about what I had to do at the time, being NPAC president, was show what things we were going to put in place to keep this from happening again. Not only that, what were we doing to deserve to stay where we were? And that's something that I had to show a lot of people who wanted to kick us off the yard after this incident. And I feel like a lot of people would feel different, or at least start to change their mind about their attitudes toward cops and precincts if they knew that there was a plan in action, or that there was something that was done differently as far as training. Because like I said, the gentleman that shot the man in the movie kept saying, "This is what I was trained to do." So can we do something different there? I mean, I'm just asking. I would love to hear you all's comments and everything. Like I said, we will do a deep dive on the ending next week for people. So go ahead and watch it. You guys got another week. Lastly, I do want to send a super shout out to Tessa Thompson. I did not mention this before, but she is actually launching her own production studio with HBO Max. So congratulations to her, man. She's moving on up in the world. If you don't know who Tessa Thompson is, okay, I'll tell you. But she's Valkyrie in the last Thor movie, or she's the girlfriend of Creed in the Creed movie. So if you haven't seen some of her movies, and then she has this new movie on Amazon that I started on, but I need to go ahead and finish up for next week. It's called Love of Sylvia, if I'm not mistaken. I want to check that out. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I definitely will check that out. But I do want to go ahead and give her congratulations before I left off here. Guys, it's been absolutely fun speaking with you guys. It's especially with the WandaVision things. Guys, we got to stay on top of these theories and see what actually transpires. Again, this is your favorite bartender, A5 Cup of Coffee. Please subscribe to the channel, drink more coffee. I'm out.